Hey, Kristin here from Seattle, Washington. I have three amazing tips for you today. Our first tip is around bookings, and what I like to say is inventory your friends list. This is a great way to get bookings, and what you do is you pull up your friends list in alphabetical order. Usually, if you do this on a mobile device, it will show alphabetically for you, and go through your friends list all the way from the A all the way down to the Z. Look at every single message with every single friend that you have, because usually you can find little nuggets in there. And by a nugget, I mean someone you maybe forgot to follow up with, someone you asked a long time ago, and maybe it would be a good time to re-ask because we have new products coming out. Maybe someone who booked a party and then something came up and maybe you could reschedule them now. There's so much sometimes hidden leads in our friends list. And unless we actually go through and look at every single message with every single friend, we sometimes have little gems. So that would be my booking tip for you, is to go through, do an inventory of your friends list and check every single message, and do this on a quarterly basis or every 6 months. And I promise you, you'll find little nuggets and leads in your friends list that you didn't even know you had. Tip number 2 is about recruiting. And I want to give you a really good tip on how to close your recruiting conversation. Okay. So some of you might be in a position where maybe you don't have a lot of recruiting conversations, or you're not confident or comfortable. Some of you might be in a place where you explore these conversations, you have conversations, you ask, which is fabulous. We should be asking, right? And sometimes we explore the conversation, and maybe we go deep and we do the things we need to do, but then we realize that we maybe didn't actually invite them or ask them to join our team. So I'm going to give you some really good words you can use after you've had a conversation with someone to actually invite them to join your team. Here are the words. I have an idea. What if we helped you get a kit today? We could get you rolling on some parties, and you could have your first commission check on fill in the blank, March 21st, April 7th, whatever the date is. And then the last question is, what do you think? Okay, now fill in the blank with whatever their reasonable first payday could be. Let me say it again. I have an idea. What if you got a kit today? We could help you get rolling on some parties, and you could have your first commission check already on March 21st. What do you think? You have to fill in the blank with whatever the reasonable first commission day could be based off when you can get them rolling on parties. But that is one of the best ways to kind of wrap up a conversation and invite them to join. Okay. Now, tip number 3 is a random tip that I can pick. And my tip for you is to visualize your why. Okay. So when I say visualize your why, I mean, think about why you're doing Pampered Chef, what it means to you. Don't mind my son in the background, right? What it means to you, and really truly let that sink in and think about what that is going to do for you, what it's going to do for your family. Why are you doing Pampered Chef? What are you going to do with the extra income? And then visualize you achieving that thing, okay? Visualize you on stage at a national conference, or you paying off that credit card bill and you pushing the submit button. Think about your why clearly and visualize it every single day, you achieving that thing, because that's what's going to help you get through the hard times. All right? Take care. Have a great one.